I'm Elise Erickson, and this is my demonstration speech on how to French braid hair. Have you ever wondered how to do a French braid? If yes, then today is your lucky day because I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. Ever since I was little, I always wanted to know how to do the elegant French braids that you see on women everywhere. And I found that it's much easier than it looked. I was only ever able to do the traditional braid, which is fairly easy in my opinion, and French braiding is not much harder if you break it down into these steps. The first step is to comb out the hair and make it all smooth and detangle it. The second step is to section out the hair into 3 pieces. And then the third step is to actually go through with the braiding of the hair while adding sections in as you go along. And then the fourth step is tying the braid off at the very end. Today I'm going to go through the process more in depth with you and show you a demonstration of how to do a French braid. So I will have my model come up, Paige. So we are going to begin by combing out the hair. To do a French braid, you need a comb or a brush and a hair tie. We will start by combing out her hair to prep for the French braid. You want to make sure that you take your time and you go gentle so that you don't pull out your model's hair. It is important to get all of the tangles out, otherwise you will have trouble in your French braiding later on. Now that the hair is all smooth and prepped, we will move on to the next step of the process, which is sectioning off the hair. You want to begin by grabbing 3 sections of hair at the top of the head. This is different from a normal braid where you would take all of the hair. You just want to take 3 small sections from the top. You want to make sure that you hold them comfortably in both hands and you keep them separated like so. Now that the hair is sectioned off, we'll move on to the actual braiding process. You want to begin like you would a normal braid by crossing the right section over the middle one and then crossing the left section over the middle section. Now you want to stop because this is what separates a normal braid from a French braid. You are going to add in sections of hair as you go along. So I'm going to grab a little piece of hair. I wish I could see this better. You're going to grab a section of hair from the right side of the head and add it to the right section and do the same on the left side. Make sure to keep your sections clean so that you don't combine them. And then you want to cross over the right section and then cross over the left section like you did before. You want to continue doing this, same exact process of grabbing hair, adding it to the right, grabbing hair, adding it to the left, and crossing over. Each time making sure that you remember to grab hair as you go. This is why it's important to have smooth hair so that you don't get tangled and have to do this a lot. So you want to continue to do this until you get to the nape of the neck, which we are almost there. Make sure you take your time if you're new at this because it can kind of get confusing. So now that we are at the bottom of the neck and we ran out of hair, you're going to braid like normal since you have no more hair to add to the sections. So I'm going to braid it all the way down until I'm about 1 inch or so from the bottom. Now that you have completed the braid, the last and final step is to tie it off with a hair tie. So I'm going to take my hair tie and tie it around the bottom of the braid just until it's tight. And now you have completed your first French, can you touch it? It like went black. Now you have completed your first French braid. And now that you're finished, you can see that it is actually quite simple to do and it's not as scary or difficult as you might have thought before. You just have to remember to go slow, take your time, and go through the steps of combing or brushing out the hair first to remove all the tangles, sectioning off the hair into 3 pieces, and then braiding and grabbing hair as you go along while you're crossing over, and then finally tying it off with a hair tie. Once you master this, you can try it on yourself. It might be awkward at first because you're not used to not being able to see, but if you just focus on feeling your braid as opposed to seeing it, then you will be able to do it. Now that you've mastered or learned how to do the French braid on somebody else, try it out on your family members and friends at home. because they will love it and you will feel special knowing how to do such an elite hairstyle. Thank you for watching my demonstration and good luck with braiding.
Yay!